What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I'm burning up, y'all. It's hot in here and I got the AC going. Welcome. What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Ms.Champagne Evolution Podcast, where we celebrate the culture, honor the journey, and give flowers to the people who helped move hip hop and the culture forward. Today, we have a true trailblazer. Today, we have my homegirl, DJladylove. We're going to wait till some more people get in here. And let me tell you, we got a full, ongoing interview. A lot of y'all probably been waiting for because this sister been doing it for a long, long time. But she's so quiet, you know what I mean? But we're going to make noise today. We're going to make some noise today. So check this out, y'all. Hold on. We got to check something. Okay. She says she can't hear me. Okay, check your mics. 1, 2, 1, 2. Can you hear me? All right, well, let me go. 1, 2, 1, 2. See, she's a DJ. She know all about this. She's like, check your mic. 1, 2. It's on, but you know, you're dealing with live stream. Look at DJ. Lady Love. Woo! 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 Ladies and gentlemen, I have to bring her straight to the broadcast. I couldn't wait no longer. I couldn't wait no longer because wow, she was spinning and spinning. You can hear me clear, DJladylove? 1, 2, can you hear me? Can you hear me? 1, 2. Oh, she still can't hear you. Hold on, y'all. We'll be back. Let me make sure her mic is fixed, okay? Okay. We'll be playing some other stuff.
Mad respect for the mob, DJ. 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 Everybody put your hands up. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody put your hands up. Hands. Raise your hands like you just don't care. It's all about check out the top. We used to do it out in the park. Every place they said my name, it rang an alarm. Yes, and overfly, yo, that dude is the bomb.
All right, y'all. We got DJladylove. We're getting her mic right. She's a DJ, so she know how to do this. Give her time. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and start this show because you know what I'm saying? Technical difficulties on some time when the guests come in. You got to give access to your mic so to make sure you're all right. Because, you know, I'm over here. I'm good. Y'all can hear me over here. I see my mics moving, so I'm good on my end. We just got to make sure it's right so everyone can feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to play a little music until we get it all right on her end, okay? All right, peace. But check this out.
In your house, everywhere you go, take a look out your window. Out your window, you see some rain. And in your heart, there is some pain. Out on the street, you see your old home and you feel alive. Cause this is your day, you don't take like a joke. 2, 3, and 4, when the only let you out by the party door. You go in the party and you stand on the foot, you say in the jam. The girls galore, so you grab a girl, or by her hand, you ask to do. You want to dance, looks at you and you tells you no, so you turn your head and walk to the back and you see another girl trying to ride the track. You back to the girl and she got class and you let your head rubber on her ass. Say to yourself you're gonna go all the way. Ask the girl, give you a play. You would've got the
Ooh, DJ Champagne, whoop. Check it out. Check this joint out, y'all. Wow, we getting DJladylove straight.
Yeah, yeah, y'all. Rock, rock, y'all. And come alive, y'all. It's no job, y'all. It's just a beat, y'all. It's just a beat. And you don't stop. Come on, yeah, the game on the hit the top. The young ladies, rock on. Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah,
I got the
y'all.
eight.
Don't stop. The
So
young
hot.
ladies, got the finger pop, the rock, rock, y'all. And come alive, y'all. And no job, y'all. It's just a beat, y'all. And with the boom, but dang it, don't get there, dig it, don't get ding it, don't.
1 2 1 2.
Just singing my song, my hands, I on my
Okay.
feet. I moved to the rhythm of the uncalled beat. I turned around because I heard the noise. And guess who it was? It was the breakout boy. Took me in and gave me a job. And now I'm running around with the whole damn mall. Rock, y'all. If you don't stop, you know, ladies, got the bass to rock, believe the lead. Rock the house, yeah. A hurry man, rock the house. You know the flow like a butterfly, singing like a bee. And it worked for the man they call a Jazzy D, a Jazzy D, Jazzy D, Jazzy D, 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 Jazzy D, Jazzy D, yo. It's just a beat, y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's do this again. We got both mics working. We in different states. But
Yes.
that's and see, DJ know what to do. See, when we DJ or we out there doing that thing, we don't panic. We just figure it out.
There you
And
go.
guess what? That's what we do. What's up, DJladylove? Welcome to the broadcast, to the Ms.Champagne Evolution podcast. I always change my name. I'm always doing something.
I know.
You can't keep up with me. I just felt like an evolution because I felt like I'm changing. You know what I mean? I'm
Yep.
moving out of certain names and stuff. And I needed to learn something at home where I could be home and do this. And I said, man, I'll be
What you
learning
think
all this stuff.
That's why I'm all the way out here in Seattle doing the same thing you doing.
We had to, because sister girl, for those who don't know who DJladylove is, introduce yourself. Who
I
is DJladylove?
I am DJladylove. Um, I am not the first. I am one of the first. People always get that mixed up. I am not the first. I am one of the first hip hop female DJs. I was doing this before hip hop even had a name. And I left for a little while, but I came back in 2010 and I've been rocking it ever since. I am a DJ full through everywhere, every inch of my body. I'm a DJ.
So we're not even going to front. I'm just going to ask you, how did you start? What was your the year? Because being we're going to tell you from New York. So
Yes.
in New York, it's always this debate about when you started, who's the first.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
not into who's the first. I'm like you. Don't. I'm one of the first, but I'm not into. No, I'm first. I'm the first. Oh, you know what I just did, right? I threw the beat back on because I threw that beat back on because I was like, oh man, I
Yeah.
wanted to give you something soft to
People
play with.
always, when I say that I'm one of the first, I always get that. You wasn't the first. I never said that. I
Uh
never
huh.
said that. When I was there, I started, well, I was a DJ before hip hop started.
Uh
I used to
huh.
play disco.
Uh
Okay,
huh.
and that's where hip hop derived from, was disco. So
Right.
I was a disco DJ. The
Right.
difference was the disco DJs, they only had one copy of each record. The
Uh
hip
huh.
hop DJ had two copies and would go back and forth. That was the big difference. And we would cut the break beats. The disco people didn't do that. So I started out in disco. I wanted to be a DJ since I was like 5 years old.
Mm.
I was born in the Bronx, raised in Queens, grew up, spent summers in Harlem, so I went to school in BK. So I'm a true New York.
You're the barrels. You the barrels.
There you go. The only borough I didn't live in was Staten Island.
Okay.
So I was everywhere. And like I said, my cousins introduced me to the turntables because they were DJs first. And I was like 13. And in order for me to even touch their turntables, I had to wash the dishes. I had to clean their room, clean the living room, clean the back, just do everything in a basement apartment just to get 1 hour on. Okay,
but
that's how dedicated I was.
well, that's like carrying crates. You had to play. You had to pay your dues.
I had to
See,
pay my.
nowadays they just get a computer, plug up their stuff. They don't have no dues to pay. Pay, so they very disrespectful to the pioneers. Excuse me for swear. I got the AC on, but it's still hot up in here. And
See, it don't get hot like that in Seattle. I'm so
oh
happy.
well,
So
I don't, I moved too for a while, but we get into that over behind the scenes. But I was just always, trying to give you your flowers because
I know,
that that
I know.
that time you DJ for me and you was DJing, I was like, dang, she can DJ. Remember I had you come up to
Yeah, it
that
was
guy
Jersey.
DJ Qua. Yeah, DJ
Yes,
Qua place. It was
yeah.
all the way
And
up in
DJ
Jersey. DJ
Qua,
Qua.
DJ Qua is doing his thing now. I
Yeah,
see.
yeah. Well, he's a legend,
Yeah,
but he don't play what we play. But he's a legend, and he got his son got his son playing.
I saw him because I met
Uh
his son when I came
yeah,
there with you.
very talented family. But I had to leave, at that time. So, but when I asked you to come up, and you came up. Let me tell you, I saw you spinning, and I seen you before, but I never saw you up close spinning. I say, why we don't hear about her? You understand what I'm saying?
You
I
know why?
said, tell me why.
Why? Because I'm an introvert. I'm a quiet
Me
person,
too.
and I'm
Hmm.
not like very. I don't even put my own self out there unless you see me. I do it now, but
Hmm.
back then I didn't do it. I
Hmm.
like would shy away from that. Like I
Hmm.
felt like, well, I could prove myself by playing.
Right.
I always say that I'm gonna let the music speak for itself. I didn't realize, no, you got to do stuff.
Hmm.
You have to be your own advocate, especially as a woman.
You
As
have to be
you
your own advocate.
definitely have to be your own advocate as a woman. And back then, a completely male dominated culture.
That's what one of my questions to you today is. We both been in hip hop for a long time.
Yep,
It was male dominated. The nicknames, the disrespect.
yep.
All the hurtful names, and you didn't want that coming from your own people, but that's who they are.
That's what it was. That's why I quit.
Yeah, yeah, because
That's why I
it
quit.
makes you want to move away. That's why I had to come down here because I was getting called name. See, I'm the type of person you can't call me name because I'm gonna send somebody after you. And but I know you. I have some flyers I picked, and I'm gonna show some of the flyers you was on.
Yeah.
And half the years 70 what 79, 78.
I started hip hop in
Mm.
'78. I
In
met
78.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
78 too. You know what I mean? I started in
Started hip
78.
hop. Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
started hip hop in '78.
Hmm.
I didn't get on my first flyer till '79. So I always say '78, '79 because I didn't just come in and get on a flyer. I had to work my
Earn it.
way and earn that. They didn't just give it to you, especially not women. So I had to earn it, and I would travel. By then, I moved. I was living in Queens with my family. I was living in Queens. I would travel by myself on a 2 train and go to the Bronx and go to the Fever and go to the Ecstasy Garage. All of these places, I was a hip hop fiend.
Hmm.
Okay. I was everywhere. That's how Flash got to know me. Flash would be someplace and I would be there. It could be in
Hmm.
Brooklyn, it could be whatever. And I would be there standing in front of the tables like this. And he
Hmm.
was like, "Didn't I just see you?" And I was like, "Yup, I want to do that. I want to do what you're doing." And that's how I just started meeting everybody.
Hmm.
But my first introduction was this guy. I don't know if everybody knows him, but they should. If you ahead, you should know Davy DMX.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
he did the song "One for the Trouble." He played for Public
Dun,
Enemy
dun,
and all that stuff.
hmm.
Yes. Davy D lived not too far from me in Queens.
Queens. Yeah.
And, and there was like I said, I was a very quiet, introverted teen. And
Hmm.
so there was a house party, and I was going down the stairs, and there was a light in the corner, and it was in a basement, and the only light came from the laundry room where Davy D was set up. And I
Hmm.
went, and he was cutting Apache.
Mm.
And that's the hip hop anthem now, but back
Whew.
then he was, and I had never seen, and I was like, what the? And I just stood there, and until the end of the party, and he was
Hmm.
like, you ain't dance, you ain't do nothing, you stay upstairs. I was like, no, I want to do that. And he
Mm-hmm.
said, you know what? Come to my house tomorrow after school and I got you. He was the first person that allowed me to be in that space
Oh
and feel
yeah.
safe. And he taught me. Dave taught me how to cut
Oh
scratch in that basement. It was myself. It was called his crew was called Solo Sounds, and
yeah.
out of
Oh, that's
Solo
a hurricane in there, huh? Okay.
Hurricane them exactly. I was
Mm-hmm.
with them. That's where I got my first hip hop start, even though it wasn't called hip hop yet. But
Right.
that's where I learned. Dave would leave to go to band practice, and he would tell him, "Make sure you let her get on. Make sure you." I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't Lady Love yet, and I was
Uh-huh.
called. I made up this name. I called myself DJ Sexy.
That's so good. Also, hey,
I called myself
we
DJ.
all had different names, and we still changing our names up to date. Well, you kept Lady Love for a while. Mm-hmm.
I hated that name,
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
Lady Love, but Dave allowed me to do something that nobody else really was allowing me to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I will never, ever, ever not do anything without mentioning Dave DMX.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it wasn't for him, there would be no me.
Right.
And he opened that door for me. And then once I got a taste of that,
Mm-hmm.
it was even worse than when I was just disco DJing. I was
What?
I was at the Fantasia was the first place that I ever played and got my name on a flyer. May he rest in peace, DJ Woody Wood.
Mm-hmm.
He put me on. He was a Queens legend. He put me on, but he was like, I'm not putting you on no flyer with no name DJ Sexy. He said you want he said you want to be a 70-year-old lady with the name DJ Sexy. He said you got to pick something that got some longevity to it. And I
Yeah.
was like, fine. And I couldn't come up with nothing. And we was
Mm-hmm.
in the Fantasia. It was during the day. So he
Mm-hmm.
said, go outside. Don't come back in here till you got a name.
Mm.
So I didn't want a name. I liked DJ Sexy. So I was outside pretending like I was trying to figure out a name. So
Mm-hmm.
when he comes outside, he said, so what's your name? I said DJ Sexy. He said, I'm not doing it, Denise. I'm
Right.
not doing it. As we were talking, this is how fate happens. As we were talking, there was a truck and on pulling a boat, and the name of the boat said Lady Love, and Woody was like, "That's your name,"
That's your name.
and I was like,
That's
"Wait,
your
what?"
name, Lady Love.
No, and then at the same time, Lou Rawls had a song out called Lady Love,
Lady Love.
and Lou Rawls was already old then. Okay, he just seemed like he was old
You
all the
funny
time.
as heck. He was.
He was already old. And I was like, I don't want that old lady name and Lou Rawls singing Lady Love. But Woody would not. I had to choose. Did I want to be a
Mm-hmm.
DJ and get put on? Or did I want to walk around being DJ sexy? So,
That's a deep, funny story because I had a story with David DMX and Hurricane. Hurricane and I used to work together in New York.
okay.
Yeah, we have a mutual friend named Ipanola Rule. Ipanola
Hmm.
Rule and I went to school together on 40th Street, and he graduated first, and then he went, worked for the magazine 41 East 42nd. So I worked on computers. Then later he brought Hurricane. That's how we became cool. So when you said Dave DMX, I brought them to Lincoln High School to do a show, and that's how I met all of them. The crew you was
Yes.
talking about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you see how this is? It's a circle. We
Yeah.
all connected somehow, some way.
Yeah.
But I always said to myself, the DJs we mainly heard about the ones you heard on the radio.
Yes.
And I said to myself, I'm not the type that disrespect people. I don't think you got to put someone down to put someone up. But I said to myself, why DJ Lady Love? Because we still have to know what you want.
Right.
Did she want it? Because I said, she's on all these flyers. She's doing all these things. And back then I was quiet. I'm not quiet no more. I'm an introvert. I stay in the house, but I'm no longer quiet because that's how I got taken advantage of so many
Mhm.
times. And I look back and said, man, I could have been there. They pulled me everywhere, and I was just like, nah, I'm good. And I said, man, even in videos, you see me in videos, I'm standing back. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Because I don't like taking people's shine.
Me too.
If that was my video, I'm all in it. But I was invited to someone else's stuff, and I never was the type. So did so you saying you felt that way too while you was out there?
What I felt like was I didn't have my own set at the time, so
Mm-hmm.
I had to prove, like, once I kind of left Dave's fold and I went hard, I ventured out, and
Mm-hmm.
once I did that, it wasn't the same safe space, and I, as a 16, 17-year old, I didn't look at should be protecting myself. There was times
Mm.
I would just go. It would be a whole lot of dudes there. I didn't care. All I wanted to do was get on the turntables, and I look around, and it just be me and
Mm.
whoever on the turntables talking about it's time to pay up, and I'm like. They didn't have to pay up. What you talking about? Pay up? You know what I know. You know what he was talking about.
What?
And I would do stuff, promoters would put me on these flyers and stuff like
Excuse me.
that. It came
Mm-hmm.
time for me to get
Excuse me.
paid. It would always be like, "Oh, lady love, I got you on the back end," or "Oh, lady love, I got you here." And then after a while, it just started to be um, a little too much. So, like around the end of 81, beginning of 82, I stepped away. And I stepped away right at the time when everybody started blowing up.
Early '80s.
Right. That was when I walked away.
Cause
And
I said to myself, I didn't hear you, but I know you on the flyers. And then when I saw you play, I said, she's too dope not to hear. You know what I mean?
the craziness is, if you look at the flyers, I'm on some local flyers and stuff, but I was on flyers with Flash and Theodore,
Yeah.
all of them. I was
That's
not
my whole point. I saw
right.
some of them, and I said to myself, I had to talk to you in an interview. I've been trying to get you in the magazine. You know, we got to get on the right timing. And I
Hmm.
said to myself, wonder if she went through some of the things as a woman. Because it was male dominated, like you said.
Yep.
And I, at first I was a DJ, then an MC, then would do a block party. My mother said, well, they need your help because things was unorganized. And she said, why don't you learn the business and help them out? So I started going to ASCAP, learning, publishing and
Hmm.
everything. But I always wanted to be an MC. But I ended up opening up a management company and record labels. Up
Okay.
and down Manhattan. Just seeing all the groups following me. Tons of groups. I was just trying to put everybody on.
Yep.
People calling some of them whack and stuff. I didn't call people whack. I said, you just got to practice. And if you got a dream, don't let nobody tell you not to, go do it. I met a lot of DJs,
Yep.
MCs, because, I was on 105.9 FM with Red Bandit. And if I
Yep.
had known you back then, I would have pulled you right in.
I just
Right
be,
in, because you deserve that. Because Mecca, DJ Mecca?
yes.
She was there with Kevin Keefe and the Dirty Dozen. Mm-hmm.
I just because I'm a stronger woman now. I
Okay.
speak up more now. Back
Mm-hmm.
then, I played the background, but
Mm-hmm.
I played the background too far back.
Mm-hmm.
And even though, like, I played at the T Connection, a couple of
Mm.
in the Bronx. It wasn't really, there was nobody, no female DJ from Queens. Even though I was born in the Bronx, but I got my hip hop in Queens, from
Mm-hmm.
Queens,
Mm-hmm.
that played at the T. Okay, the chicks that did get to play at the T, they were from the Bronx. They was down with all of that. I had to come from Queens to go do all of that.
Mm.
But I loved it so much, and it was like a drug for me, that I was everywhere. I was everywhere until it got to be a little too much. I was down with Infinity. I wasn't a part of nobody's crew. I was a loner female DJ. But if you
Mm-hmm.
see the flyers, you'll see DJladylove. I'm not part of Infinity Machine, because if I was part of Infinity Machine, my name wouldn't have got on. It would have been
Mm.
part of that crew. I
I
was
dig
my
it. I get what you're saying. Mm-hmm.
I didn't roll with a crew. I used to go out
I
to the
wanted to be
twins.
solo. I was affiliated, but I always wanted my own thing because I
That's
could
right.
move the way I want to move. You know what I
Ex-
mean?
exactly. I was a part of everybody's thing, like a Disco Twins. I would do stuff with them, DJ Sesame and all of that. Infinity Machine, Divine, and everybody. Ed Lover, all of them.
From
And
Queen.
I was
Hmm.
there. Yeah, Ed Lover was one of the roadies for
I
Infinity
know.
Machine
Well,
when I
I met him in Chilltown, Jersey City. Of course, he was on the radio, but that time he gave me birthday shout out. So you blew me up because he was on national radio and he showed number love. So one point I was living in Chilltown, Jersey City, and he moved there. He had bought a condo right across the street. So one day I was like, "Oh, I love him." Then we got to talking. No, no, no groupie stuff. I'm not a groupie. You know what I'm saying? And he
hmm
let me come there. He listened to the song, but he saw I had a serious tone. He was like. He just stared at me. But when he used to drive and we used to be in the park behind it, he took the horn, Champagne! It was just nothing but love.
yeah.
He
I knew
always shouted me out. Certain people like that are just good people, you know?
I knew him before all of that. I knew him
What?
before like I said, when I knew him, he was carrying the crates for
Crates.
infinity machines, right? So I knew him before all of that, and I left. And that was the last. I think that was one of the. No, I've seen him again with Woody a couple of times, but like I said, I when I left, I left. I left. I was just
Well, let
done.
me ask you this. You said, okay, you knew Ed Lover since the crate days, because a lot of people have that story. Carrying the crates, Flex carrying the crates.
Hmm.
And he got on. You
Yeah,
understand what I'm saying?
but he was a MC. He
Right.
was that
But
when
I'm
he
saying, how did he get on? I know you was an introvert, but you see what I'm trying to, where I'm going? A
yeah.
lot of those people you knew at that level,
Hmm.
someone opened the door for them. Because, we don't just get in on our own. Someone said, come in. And
Yeah,
so they knew you back there. Why they didn't say, come on, Lady Love, in your mind?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
I'm really honest. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you the one person, Ralph McDaniels. Ralph McDaniels did this thing of Queens Hip Hop Pioneers, and he called me and he put me in the Queensboro Public Library. I was in libraries all over with everybody else from Queens that did Infinity, the Disco Twins, all of them. I was on the wall. My picture was on the wall too,
Mm-hmm.
and Ralph McDaniels did that. And I will never, he's another person. I will never forget that from him.
Well,
People acknowledge me, Divine and them acknowledge me, Infinity acknowledge me, Disco Twins acknowledge me. They all acknowledge me, but I don't get the same as them. And I understand because I quit. I understand that part. I
well,
don't
you
know
took a
what
break. You took a break because you didn't quit. Look at you.
it's
It's
in my
still your
blood.
skill. It's in
It's
your
in
blood. You
my
took a
blood.
break. And sometimes you need a sabbatical from all
Yeah.
that. You got to take a sabbatical from, because a lot of people don't know the BS in New York. I said, y'all have no idea what we went through.
Nope.
You
Let
know
me
what I
tell
mean?
you, even when I came back, I Grandmaster Kaz, I became a part of GMC Entertainment. Kaz was my manager and everything. Shout out to Kaz and
What up,
Corey.
Cass?
Yes, and Kaz was my manager, and I was doing things, but you know how us women are. I went through a breakup with the dude that I was with, and I was just like, I gotta go.
Mm,
And I left New York 2019. I
mm-hmm.
got out here in Seattle and COVID hit. So when COVID hit, I was able to get my stuff together. I got 4 sets now. I'm a DJ who started off with no sets. I got 4 sets because I'm gonna make sure I always got something to play on, okay? I'm a DJ to my heart.
Mm.
So when I got out here with my feet running. I started doing stuff and everything. The next thing you know, I get a call from the radio station asking me if I want to be on the radio. And
Mm.
I'm like, "What? That's my dream job. That's
Say, of
all I
course.
want
But you
to
see how they look out? You go to a new place. You from New York, Bronx, where hip hop was birthed,
that
and
part.
all these people won't pull you in.
That part.
They
That,
just watching you, watching you. I
that part.
said, this is why I decided to do my own thing. People said, "Come, well, man, you got a bad attitude." I said, no, I got to keep a real attitude. I
I
keep it
don't
real. While y'all
what I
trying to be fresh and over there, I don't deal with that. I go
but
home. You know what I mean?
To me, it was like, for me, New York, because it is the Bronx is the birthplace and everything, you have an overabundance of
Of
DJs and
just like a
MCs.
million.
Right.
I'm
And
talking
you
millions. I said,
can you can get so lost in that, and nobody will never hear who you are. And when I did my little comeback, like I said, I started in 2010 in New York,
mm-hmm,
and I was still, I had my own radio station,
mm-hmm.
DJladylove.fm. I gave that up this last year, but I ran
Yeah,
for 7 years. And people, Red Alert, people would send me mixes. Mel Star, all these people would
Mel
send
Star.
me mixes for my radio station. And then when I got out here and I got on the radio, I had to let it go because it was too much. But being on the radio was my dream job. I lived
Mm.
across the street from Johnny Allen. He used to be on
Yeah, I know Johnny Ella. Mm-hmm,
he lived across the street from me when I was a teenager, and I would go and sit on his steps and wait for him to come out to take the bus to go to work at WBLS. And I
mm,
would tell him all I wanted to do was to be on the radio like him. And he said to me, he said, the one thing that you can do is go get your FCC license, because back then you needed a license to be
mm-hmm,
on radio. And he
mm-hmm,
told me to go and do that. I met Frankie Crocker because he came in a limo one day to pick up Johnny Allen. And
mm,
him. All I wanted to do was be on the radio. And
mm-hmm.
even though I had to wait till I got old to get on the radio, I don't care. It's my dream. And
It's not
I
your time. It's when how they say it don't come when you want it. Got come on right on time, right?
think I wasn't ready back then. I,
Mm-hmm,
I wasn't sure of myself. I wasn't confident in my own
mm-hmm,
skin. And now I'm confident in my skin. I'm
mm-hmm,
confident with who I am now. But I
mm-hmm,
don't think I was ready for that back then.
mm-hmm.
So there
Well,
wasn't the DJs now. There's DJ schools everywhere now. You got YouTube. There was none of that. There
it,
was
it,
none.
hey, DJ Lady Love. Speaking of YouTube, we airing right now on 3 platforms. On YouTube right now, I got the big screen. Facebook and Instagram. Right now, we are simultaneously airing your interview, our interview. They could see us now, and when
Oh,
we're done, it's saved so you could share it to all those people because you're sitting down and you're
yeah,
telling your story.
yeah.
That's why I said keep going because they need to hear it, and then maybe they go, "Oh, I didn't know." Well, you know now. You know
Shara
now.
Rock told me one thing. I love Shah Rock.
Shara.
She said to me, she said, Lady Love, you can't wait for other people to tell your story. You got to tell your story yourself. And it sticks with me. I'm still telling my story. That's what my thing is. I'm
Mm-hmm,
still telling my story.
mm-hmm,
So I don't feel like my story is over. I feel like kind of this is the beginning for me, because I went through the ups and downs. Most people don't know hip hop saved my life.
mm-hmm,
When I was a teenager, I was so unfocused. I was just so all over the place and
mm-hmm,
everything. And me being a DJ was one thing that saved me. But me finding hip hop was something that I had that could nobody take away from me. It
mm,
was mine. It belonged to me. And that's why I love this culture so much.
mm,
Regardless of I sometimes feel like I get left out, I get left behind. I don't really care about that because I'm
mm-hmm.
gonna do this regardless of if people see me or they don't.
Well, you don't need them anymore because thank God for the internet. See,
Yep.
before everything was order 5,000 flyers or make them and go put them out now you could just pay for one flyer and put it all over the
There
internet,
you
and
go.
you could even pay for the sponsorship so it could send it further to different
There you
places.
go.
And shows like this, there's many shows like this.
Yep.
You could get on them shows, they don't mind. Especially
Nope.
when you go, like yesterday I had my brothers from Florida and Georgia. They was on here, we just having a good time, whether we was debating or just listening to the music. They do a different type of music. They
Mm,
do sexy music. I say I'm a conscious sister, but I don't stop people freedom of expression.
right.
Express yourself the way you want. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
This is what hip hop and freedom of speech is about in America. Express yourself. As long as you're
Yep.
not talking at someone with that, verbiage, you're expressing yourself. So express
Yep.
yourself. It
Yep.
may not be.
No, go ahead.
And I just feel as though it's when these young sisters see you in this interview, they will get inspired too. Because I see a lot of young girls out there DJing, and they
Yep.
get to tour. You see that young girl? I forget her name. She looked like Tina. I'm not sure. I forget her name, but she could DJ, and she got
Mhm.
the Kango, the Adidas. Her father right there. And she's on tour. I'm not jealous. I will never be jealous.
I always wanted to go on tour, but
Uh
I
huh.
look at it. I look at it now that maybe that wasn't for me.
And
That was
but
for
I
somebody.
with that what you saying is not for you. But my point is they just come into the culture and get everything. That's what I'm trying to say.
I know. I know. But I try not to look at it like that.
Okay.
I look at it like the road was paved for them
Yes,
to
right.
be able to do that. It
The
didn't just
pioneers, the legends. But go ahead.
it didn't just snap out and open. There are female DJs that had to go through the bull
To
to
give
get
them that
them
lane.
down
Hmm.
to get them in that lane. And a lot of times they get forgotten. And this is how I look at it. It seems like it's a certain starting point when it comes to the female DJ. They
Hmm.
start off with, and I'm not throwing no shade at nobody. I
Hmm.
am proud of every female out there, female DJ out there that's doing their thing. But before Coco Chanel, before
Hmm.
Spinderella, there was
Hmm.
female DJs.
Yeah.
Okay,
Flame.
they
Hmm.
seem to start with the ones that got on wax, that and everything. Because once hip hop got put on wax, it
Excuse
kind
me.
of left us behind. And for me, it's like, okay, if you're gonna start the guys back in the '70s, why you not starting with the women DJs back in the '70s and the
Well, I
'80s?
can answer that if you want. If you asking me, we waiting for them to tell our story. See,
Yeah.
we needed some trailblazer women who was taking care of the brothers, you know what I mean, or the DJ, the male DJ, because it's no,
Mhm.
like you said, it's no shade towards them. Y'all had someone pushing that. Excuse me. We needed a powerful sister who was making it to come back and pull in some women.
Yeah.
Did
But
we
I
have
mean,
that?
they it's not like they didn't.
Okay.
They started. They skipped the chapter. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I
They
like that one.
skip
See, skip
they
that
skipped the
chapter.
chapter.
Hmm.
Okay, if you're gonna start the book, start at the beginning. You don't start the book in
I
the
agree
middle of
with that.
the book.
I agree
They
with that.
skipped the chapter. So
They
I
might, they probably skipped the whole book. You know
yes,
what I mean?
I give
Because they went straight to a whole volume like next book. I'm
yeah,
like, you're right. They missed the whole foundation. I
yeah.
call it the root of the root. And
Because
you,
before there was Jazzy Joyce, before there was Coco Chanel, before
Chanel,
there was
hmm
Spinderella, you had me, you had Baby D, you had
Flames,
you the bunch of
DJ. Was
people.
it DJ Flames? Was she
Yes,
out there? But I
was
don't know her year.
DJ La
Uh huh.
Spank.
Like Spank,
Uh,
that's the one. Yeah.
yeah,
Uh huh.
and you had us out there. So I'm not understanding when I see these documentaries and these hip hop stories. How do you leave out that first chapter? Y'all don't. They don't leave out Herc. They don't leave out Flash. They don't leave out Theodore. They start with them. So if there were female DJs that were out there while they were out there, how come we not starting with them? Why we skip
Well,
the next chapter and moving to the next one?
because being that I do seven things. So one of them is a filmmaker. And I had got a lot of flack when I was doing Chilltown, Jersey City film. I got cursed out. It was just ugly. But I just stood there because it was just, it'll sell. You know what I mean? I just let them do it. Nobody touched me. But they talk, they slick. And they was like, you wasn't there. So DJ Therm said, she used to hang with us. She was part of the crew. She was there. We used to go Midtown to go pick up records at Rock and Soul. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They wasn't there. I was there. You know what I'm saying? But see, if they didn't see it, they don't believe it. See, some people have to see it to believe it. And some people believe before they see it. But you have people around you who's supposed to speak up for you. Like, you see what I'm just saying? DJ Thermy Thurm from Chilltown, Jersey, he spoke up for me, even in the film. I didn't tell him to speak up. He just kept it real.
You know who spoke up for me?
Who's that?
But I think it may have been a little too late. DJ Sesame from the Disco Twins.
Twins.
When they did that film, The Founding Fathers, they had a showing in Harlem, and I happened to go, and I was sitting there. Disco Twins and Sesame, they was all on the stage, and Sesame saw me, and he got up and he said, "Y'all see that woman right there? You may not know who she is, but her name is DJladylove, and she was there. She was down with us." And I almost like busted into tears because that was the first time that somebody spoke up and said, "Yeah, she was there." When I first met uh, Kaz treated me like he thought like I was making this stuff up, right? And
You know
so,
how Kaz. Hey,
yeah,
Kaz, you know you got
yeah,
strong personality, but
he
so
would
do
give
I. I love you,
he would
Kaz,
give me
but you know
he
you
would
got strong personality.
he would give me the side eye, right?
That's
And
Kaz.
when he was at the park one day, Tools of War Park Jam, and he had his CDs for sale, and it was one of them that said The Armory,
Mm.
1979. I say, Kaz, I played that. I'm on the flyer. He was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Get out of here!" No, you want? I
He
said,
had to see it to believe it. See what I'm
I
saying?
said, "Kaz, I
Some got
got
to
the
see it to
flyer."
believe it, and some
Right?
already.
I said, "Kaz, I got the flyer." And he
Mm-hmm.
said, "Send it to me." And I sent him the flyer. He said, "You was?" I said, "I was there, Kaz. I played. I was the only female on that flyer with Flash and Hollywood and all Eddie Chiba. I was Curtis Blow. I was the only female." And
What?
Kaz was just,
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
he said, "That was you?" I said, "That was me." And then from that day on, me and Kaz was so cool. He brought me into GMC Entertainment and everything.
But
But
it goes to the point of some people got to see it to believe it,
yes.
and some people can hear it and believe it because they know you're credible. Let me show a couple of flyers. Hold on. Let's see. Let's show some flyers, okay?
Okay. Oh yeah.
It's
That's my
okay.
first. Yes.
I'm
I won
listening.
an award. I got a big ass trophy for that right there. I wish
Okay.
I still had it.
You know we had to snatch. What's
Oh, that's
this?
my baby. That's my
That's your
baby.
baby.
That's my baby. That's the purple one.
That's what I read, and I said I gotta use that. All
That
right.
was last year at the Bronx Hip Hop Festival.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Crush put that together.
What's up? Where my man Tony Crush at?
Tony Crush is doing his thing. He don't never.
Always doing his thing.
He's always doing his
I
thing.
gotta get him up here because man, he's another one, quiet giant. You know what I mean?
That's right. He's another one.
All right. You know I had
But
to let him know. I had to let him know.
that was when Rock, where is it at?
Uh-huh.
Rock, I went to New
Okay.
York because
Mm-hmm.
Rock did she gave me this for my contributions to hip hop, and I
Uh-huh.
got that there. So
Okay.
that was Roxanne Shante and Melly Mel and me
You
and
know what I'm saying? Okay.
yeah,
Charlie Ahern.
yes. Oh my God, I love him so
He's
much.
such a sweet soul.
Jazzy Joyce, I always
DJ.
wanted to meet
Uh-huh.
her, DJ Jazzy Joyce, and I got to meet her then because it was so crazy. I saw her and I was like, um, can I was all timid. I was like,
What?
a picture with you? And she looked at me. She said, "I know who you are." And I was like,
See,
in,
that's what I'm talking
in
about.
my head,
Jazzy Joyce, that's what I'm
right,
talking about. You
in
know
my
your
head, I'm
mm-hmm.
like, she don't know who I am. Jazzy Joyce don't know. She looked at me. She was like, "I know who you are." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And she took the
You
picture with
funny.
me. That was like the best. That's when I first met Kaz. When I left Cali and I came
This
back
is
to
Grandmaster Cash, y'all. The
Master
Cold
Kaz.
Crush brother.
Yeah, and Pete Rock.
I used to
Uh,
have a crush on Pete Rock way back
oh,
when he had the
oh,
arms
you
out, the arms out, the rib jacket. You know what I mean? When they came out, you know what I mean? You know how it was back in the day.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I know a lot.
Here go your favorite guy.
Oh, there go my favorite guy, Davy D. And
DVD. You also fresh.
yeah, and that was Sweet Tea was the voice for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was Sweet Tea.
This our guy.
Biz, that was Biz. Let me tell you this story about Biz before you change
Uh-huh.
the picture. So I love Biz, right? At the time, I was with JDL from the Cold Crush, and he called me on my phone. He called me. He said, "Nene, Biz wants your phone number." I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, Biz asked me for your phone number." I said, "Give it to him. What you talking about?" I'm in the store, and Biz calls me, and I get, oh my God, Biz, hey, he said, "Lady Love, if you don't calm down, I'm gonna hang up the phone on you." And I was like, okay, Biz. And so he said, I had made a breakbeat CD. He said, "I listened to your breakbeat CD." He said, "I just want to tell you one thing." He said, "You got to get a little bit more funky with it." I said,
Mm.
"Okay." And he said, "I need a copy of that funk." It was I can't remember what it was, but I had the instrumental, and
Mm-hmm.
Biz wanted it. And so I'm like, I got all cool in. I'm like, "Oh, so you want something from me, huh?"
Uh-huh.
He said, "Lady Love, if you don't send me that track, when I see you in the park next time, I'm going to tackle you to the ground." And that second picture of us in the park, I
Mm-hmm.
seen him. He was like, "Lady Love, what you trying to do, girl?" I said, I had to get cool with it because I was just so excited because I had Bismarck E on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
So the next time I saw him, I was DJing at Kaz's birthday party, and Biz came over. That's that picture, the next picture. And Biz
Right.
came over and he said, "Lady Love, you got funky with it." I was like, "Thank you, Biz.
See,
Thank
you
you."
got your prop. And you know he one of the best, you know, God rest his soul. He was one of the best DJs. You know, I was cracking yesterday waiting for the guy to bring the video. I was crashing records. I said, I got that from Biz. He used to crash records like Flex, you know what I mean? He'll play. So I said, well, East Coast, sometimes they don't play the whole record because, you know, they had the ones out there before they played the whole. I said, where we crash. We go to the next one. Bam, boom, boom, bam,
Yeah, quickly. Yeah.
uh-huh.
Biz, what he said to me, he said, he said, "I'm gonna send you some files." He said, "Cause some of your files, I ain't really like how they sounded, so I'm gonna send you some files." And I was
Really?
like, "Okay, okay." And then he passed away, and I was just like, "Oh my God." I remember he used to do the Mondays where he would come on, and one day I went and I was in the chat, and he said, "Lady Love, I see you now. You know how you because I was the only female who Special K from the Treacherous Three ever emceed for. And
Uh-huh.
Biz had got a copy of it. He said,
Uh-huh.
"You know, I heard you on that Special K, Lady Love. You know,
Uh-oh.
I heard you." And because, Biz was a collector. He
Uh-huh.
collected everybody's tapes and stuff from back in the day. And when he told me he had mine, you couldn't
Uh-huh.
have told me nothing. I was on cloud nine. I'm like, Biz got me? Biz got me because I always downplayed myself as a DJ because I always felt like I wasn't as good because I couldn't have been as good because I ain't making it. And
Uh-huh.
to hear Biz say to me, "No, you doing what you're supposed to do as a DJ," then
Uh-huh.
that gave me that confidence.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, you know what? Even if I don't play like everybody else, I'm gonna make my own lane and play how I play. And that's what I've been doing ever since. And
Well,
I did
Lady
that.
Love, that's a powerful story. That's a powerful story because that goes to what we're saying. You have a man who's pushing you.
Hmm.
You know, because if he didn't care, he wouldn't have said nothing.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
And check this out. I got a joint by him. You said you collect tapes. He collect tapes. We
Yeah.
all, expect Geechee there and collect tapes. He gave me some
Yeah.
stuff. I got a bunch of stuff here. But this one with Biz and my boy from Chilltown, Jersey City, named Cool Sub Brown. Check this out. Mm-hmm.
The pipe. Not a herpes or cancer type, but a new disease, and it's called the pipe. Outrun the pipe. That if you can, don't be a weak-minded woman or man. I know a guy who had golden currency by stacks, a condo pretty
Sweat in the pipe, sweat in the pipe, sweat in the pipe.
See,
Yeah.
that's Cool Sub Brown from Chilltown, Jersey City. His sister's Mary Brown. I don't know if you know Mary Brown. I
Mm-mm.
met Biz with them
Okay.
way back. He used to hang out with them. That's why his going away service. You heard that lady, Mary Brown, singing. That's Sub Brown sister. You know, they used to do songs together while they was rapping. So when you see him out there, and I used to say, "Well, Biz, why you don't never mention them when you're on stage and out there?" He was like, "They got to do their own thing." Well, Mary already made it. You know, she gonna
Mm.
put that song first. Well, excuse me, put that woman first. Jaheim. Um, she did No 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 with Destiny Child. You know, she got a pin game that's crazy. But
Okay.
but but his brother made some mistakes in life, you know. But the thing is, if he was out here, Biz would have put him on. You know what I
Right.
mean? Mary was on,
Right.
but that Biz and Vaughn got such a sweetheart. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So when you tell me that story, I know Biz did that.
Biz gave me a drop, and I cherish it. I play it every time I'm playing Biz. I play that drop, and he called me Sweet Lady Love. I
We
said, "Thank you,
Biz, he always was. Me and him was always bumping heads because he was like, Champagne, Champagne. You know, because he had jokes. You know,
mm-hmm.
he had jokes, and I always laugh, and I had a serious face. He was like, "You Champagne, come here." That's how he talks to me. Get on here. I'm like, bitch, you crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't have a hate bone in his body. It was
No,
pure
I
love.
love Biz because for me, it was like Biz took the time to listen to my mix and then called me to tell me that he listened to it and then called me to critique me on it that I needed to get more funky with it. There's not too many DJs that that I know that Biz, for me, he was everything because he stepped up and told me. I don't think he understood how much that meant to me. I don't think he understood that. It meant so much to me.
Well, he was definitely a famous legend. He was famous because some people don't get famous. He was famous
Because
everywhere he
some
went.
people don't even know Biz from hip hop. They know him from Yo Gabba Gabba. You got them that grew up on Yo Gabba Gabba.
Yeah.
So Biz, for him to acknowledge me, I respected him even more. I was like, you not understanding how this lonely female DJ, how you made her feel. And
Uh-huh.
her, I ran across Herc like so many times.
Uh-huh.
I never got to play with him or anything like that, but I would see him and he would take pictures with me.
And for those who don't know, because it's going to be people who look at this later, this is DJ Kool Herc,
That's right.
the foundation. I don't care what the debates you hear out there. You know what I mean? It's
Hmm.
only one answer until,
August 11th, 1973.
mm-hmm, because, you know, people want to change things. I say, listen, the way you change things is when it was happening. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
once it happened, it's called history. So miss me with the mystery.
There was who else? Greg Nice from Nice and Smooth. If anybody ever listened to me, and every time I play a Nice and Smooth, I always say Greg Nice is one of my favorite MCs. Um, Tito from Fearless Four used to do the Team Fearless
Mm-hmm.
Icon Hip Hop Icon Awards, and Tito gave me a Team Fearless Icon Award, and
Uh-huh.
when he was doing the one before mine, when he was doing them, we were leaving, and
Uh-huh.
Greg Nice was coming in, and I was like, Greg Nice, Greg Nice, and he was like, Lady Love, you know I be listening to you, and I was like, you do? He said, yeah, I listen to you, and I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. And as I'm leaving, I'm dancing down the street with my dude. Greg Nice, listen to my mixes. Greg
But you
Nice.
know what, DJ Lady Love? The people you naming, let me just say this. If they are hip hop, they should be listening to you. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It it's not, I know how you saying that, oh, you was like, oh, they listen to stuff. No, if you're hip hop, the real hip hop, we listen to everyone.
Yep.
that was our thing, is to check out what people was doing, what crews was doing. And if they're hip hop, they can't say they didn't hear you, because that's
Yeah.
not a fair assessment. Those
When,
are for people who don't know real hip hop. Because real hip hop, I got that tape. You know,
yeah.
I got that tape. Oh, I checked out that DJ. Oh, that MC was dope. You know, it was a wonderful time. So of course he was listening to you, because he had he had to understand who was the DJs.
So
When you mhm.
he was one of my friends. Another one, Mr. Cheeks. Whenever I would run into Mr. Cheeks, we had this standing thing. I would see
Mhm.
Mr. Cheeks, he would like, cause we queens, and I would see him, Lady Love, you ready to take this picture? And Mr. Cheeks, Greg Nice, whenever I see them, we always take pictures. I don't
That's
care what
good.
it is, we always take pictures. So one time I played SOBs for the Zulu Nation
I
anniversary
was there. I was there. Uh
off the
huh.
stage, and Mr. Cheeks was at the bottom, and I saw him. He was like, picture. And as he's about to, as the my friend was about to take the picture, my dude at the time, as he was about to take the picture, Mr. Cheek turned and kissed me on my cheek and my face is just like this surprise, like, oh my God, Mr. Cheeks just kissed me
You
on my.
funny,
So my
but
son used to always say to me, "Ma, stop acting so goofy." And I was like, you don't understand. I'm a DJ, but I'm
and
a
a
fan.
fan. Yeah, I'm
I'm
a fan of
also
hip hop.
a fan. So
Hmm.
when I get to see the people whose music that I love, I'm fanning out. I'm
Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm not a groupie. I'm a fan because
no, I'm not a group.
we knew how important. See, a lot of them don't know how important it was unless you love this. When you love this, they don't understand the nice, the magic, Mr. Magic, sitting in the closet,
Yep,
listen to the music, rushing home. You look back at the what's that? The gazelles, the
yep,
sheepskin,
yep.
the Pumas, the Nikes.
See, I was
Uh,
a Puma chick. I wasn't Adidas, or I was a Puma
mhm.
chick.
And
All
they
I
don't
wore.
understand unless they was there. Right on
Yep.
42nd, we worked down the street. We was on the good side, and Hurricane us, we used to go to lunch on the other side. He taught me how to play millipede. I don't know about this. I bet you I could beat people now. And I used to be his hype woman going to lunch. He used to be doing his rhymes, and I used to do his little hype. My name is Harry Kane from Queens, New York. All the homeboys call me Kane for sure. You know what I mean? Every time
Yep.
he hear that, he be like, only you do that. I was your hype woman. You know what I mean? He said, a
Yep.
humming and a bumming, I hate to see you coming. I already know what you're gonna say. You wanna borrow some money until Tuesday. He like, you still remember that? I was your hype woman on lunch break. I did play 3 Car Molly on the lunch break and made all that money and almost got caught by a cop and had to go inside. We was doing everything. I was like recruiting people to do all that. But back then, there was no felony. You know what I mean? I don't do none
Yep.
of that now. You know?
Some of these people are Jalil from Houdini, Ecstasy. All these people I've known. I knew Jalil, and I knew Ecstasy before I knew Jalil. I didn't
Right.
really meet Jalil until later on. I
Mm-hmm.
met Ecstasy back in the early 80s, before they were Houdini, because
Mm-hmm.
I played at this place in Brooklyn, and they was there, and the next day they was on Mr. Magic, and they was talking about it, and I called. They used to answer the phone, and I called, and Ecstasy answered the phone. I was like, I was there. He was like, you was there? I said, yeah, I was that female DJ. He said, that was you? I was like, yeah, that was me. And so me and X was mad cool.
Well,
It
let
was
me
like,
ask you about this right here. So explain this these flyers right here. Give the people some knowledge
okay,
on them.
that one was the armory that I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm. There
Kaz
you
had.
go, right there.
Yeah, I'm the only female on there.
And
I
see,
might not
that's
look like
more
the
evidence. We got your receipts. I'm like, we always got to show our receipts.
that's right. And that flyer right there is actually in DJ Hollywood's book.
Mm,
He put that in his book, and when I saw Hollywood, and he signed the book for me, because I said, you know, that's me on that flyer, right? He said, that's you. I
yeah.
said, Love, I'm Lady Love, and he signed the book for me. And me and Hollywood have been cool since then. And
Mm-hmm.
all of these people, I have no beef with nobody,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like I did what I did. I walked away. I was the one that wasn't sure of herself. I didn't have
Mm-hmm.
confidence. So I can't blame anybody else for why I'm not in the history like everybody else. That was my actions that did that. But
Mm-hmm.
I know these people and they know me. And for me, I'm good with that. I'm definitely good with that because my son will tell you, he said, if my mother ever lose her phone, the phone numbers that she got in her phone that she could just pick up and call, do you know how many people would love to have your phone, Ma? And I'm like, yeah, but I don't really call them. I don't, that's not me. So I feel like sometimes I blame it on the fact that I am an introvert
Mm-hmm.
because that's all I know how to be. I just know how to be myself, and I don't do the phony fake. I can't do the small talk. I can't do that stuff. And so I get in my own way sometimes because when there's an opportunity, rather than me speak up,
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for somebody to
Come tap you on the shoulder. Mm-hmm.
yes, and you
Well,
can't
well,
do
I agree with you because we both introverts. I say I'm no longer quiet, but I'm still an introvert. But I look back on all those things and I said, "Dang." I always said, but like you said earlier, it was meant for them. But even though a lot of us paved the way and we didn't get our credit, I said I got my credit because I
yes.
have my receipts. Like this flyer is one of your receipts. Now explain the next flyer. Mm-hmm.
The next flyer, um, that was I think that was yeah, that was Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
And Disco Kid, he was Woody Wood's brother. And
Mm-hmm.
Frankie D and Master D. Master D was DJ Lance, who also passed away. But back then in Brooklyn, he was called Master D. And so this was really a Queens and Brooklyn type event.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I was the only female
Mm-hmm.
DJ. And oh, this is out here. Well, the first one with me and Fab Five Freddy, that's out here in Seattle. I was the DJ for an event that they did. They had a at the Museum of Pop Culture. They had a gallery just that was set up with photographs that Fab Five Freddy took, that Joe Conzo took, that the hip hop photos. And
Mm-hmm.
there was a thing at the an exhibit at the
Mm-hmm.
Museum of Pop Culture, and they asked me to be the DJ, so I was the DJ for that event. And they also I taught some hip hop classes for them and everything. And that one, the middle one, is me and X in
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta. That's
Yeah,
where
for
I
those who don't know, we're gonna break it down. X from
Houdini.
Houdini. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And the last one is Sir Mix-a-Lot. Baby got back.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and the people
I
need to know because sometimes we get older, we look different. You know what I mean?
I did the event. They were honoring him, and I was the DJ for that event. See, a lot of people in New York don't know that I'm out here doing this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that flyer with the sweatsuits. I remember that one. That was crazy. And if you look at the price, $2.99.
See, that was hip hop. They don't know, except for
that
the
was
people gay house party. Uh-huh.
that was at the Fantasia. And then the one on the end is my favorite flyer of all flyers that I have. This was also at the Fantasia. It was a
Mm-hmm.
battle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It was my first and only battle I ever had, and I won. The guy who I won against, we had to play one song. Each
Mm-hmm.
of us got one song to play. I forgot what he played. I played Candy Staten, When You Wake Up Tomorrow,
When
and
you
I
wake up
yeah,
tomorrow.
there's a part that go sexy, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the part that I kept cutting back and forth, and the whole
Because you
family.
wanted to call yourself
That's
sexy
right.
DJ.
That's right. That's right. So I won because I did that sexy cut up thing. That was my
well,
one only battle.
well, this it's extraordinary hearing from you. I want to show that earlier video I showed of you DJing so they could see. Because sometimes, like we said earlier, when you said cast need to see the flyer, I'm gonna show our audience, because a lot of people are gonna be watching this after we get off as well. Let me show you DJ. For those who don't know, we're gonna let you know.
Oh my God, I forgot all about that. I have this. I've been trying to get this.
Hold on.
Yeah. That was Ted Smooth, one of Ted Smooth's old school jams that he give every summer,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't supposed to play. I was just there, and Eddie B. Swift was like, "You need to get on, Ted. You need to put Lady Love on." And I'm like, "No, I don't even have my laptop." And he was like,
Mm-hmm.
"You could use mine." So I actually used.
Cause a DJ, come on,
Yeah,
DJ, stay ready. Well,
I
check
used
this one out. Well, check
to
this one out.
Play. All you gotta do is just follow that parade up to 82. You'll see bad chicks in the bums you dudes in the wrong state of mind. Hip hop attitudes. Up, DJ, mad respect for the mob. DJ, mad respect for the mob. DJ, mad respect for the mob. DJ, everybody put your hands up. Everybody put your hands up.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Well, hold on. What'd you say, Cass? Say it again, Cass.
as I always wanted to play Crotona, and
Mm-hmm. Jeff took me there one
when
time. I
Cass
enjoyed it.
called me and said, "You ready?" And I flew in. I flew in to play because I had already left New York, and I flew in to play. And so that, I don't know if that was the one, but there was one. I did two Crotonas, and behind me was DJ Scratch and Kid Capri,
Mm-hmm.
and I did a blend with So What You Saying mixed with a Spanish version of So What You Saying. So I
Mm-hmm.
would go back from the English version to the Spanish version to the English version. And when I was done and I was finished my set, Kid Capri was standing like right behind me, looking over my shoulder. And I looked and he was like, "Good set." I damn near passed out.
You
I
silly.
damn near
You
passed out.
threw me with
I'm
that one.
like, "What?" And then when I stepped off, Scratch was like, "Where you get that from?" I said, "I made it." He said, "You made
Mm-hmm.
that?" I said,
Mm-hmm.
"Yeah." He was like, "All right." So there's a picture with me with Scratch on one side and Kid Capri on the other, and I'm like in excuse my language, in
Mm-hmm. Keep it
DJ.
real.
I
Mm-hmm.
was in DJ heaven because I'm like, this is crazy. Then Cash Money, I played right before him one time, and he was like, "Good set." And so people don't understand. For me, that
Mm-hmm.
means a lot.
And
Coming
it, and
from
it and it should for anyone
coming
because
from my
the person
peers,
acknowledged you.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Coming from my peers, I
Mm-hmm.
was just like, can't nobody say
Because
nothing
they
to
could have
me.
not said anything, but see how you were able to repeat it and say how it made you feel. That's what they said. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say anything. But what it costs you to give someone credit? You
Yep.
understand what I'm saying? Because
The
when you said Manny first,
no, Scratch and Kid Capri and
oh
Cash
yeah, yeah, I
Money.
heard it. Yeah, Scratch and Kid
Yes.
Capri. I thought Manny Fresh also, and
No,
and
I
and
wish. I love me some Manny
I
Fresh.
know, yeah, because
I
he
got a
seemed like a cool
I
guy. I be
got a
watching him
schoolgirl
DJ
crush.
online.
I got a
I
schoolgirl
know he
crush
will
on
love you. You got a
Fresh.
crush on him, you said?
Yes, yes. I
Manny
remember
Fresh,
I heard Manny Fresh. I was like, "Oh my god!" Look. That would be if somebody say, "Lady Love, who you want?" Manny Fresh.
Manny Fresh.
Manny Fresh. That's my
If I
schoolgirl
ever
crush.
run to him, you know I'm gonna mention your name. I'm like,
Yes,
hold up, let me get her on the
yes,
line.
yes, yes. But for me to have, because of the fact that I feel the way it took me a long time to get my confidence up. And because of that fact, when people that you admire, that you look up to, when they acknowledge that they enjoyed what you did,
Mm-hmm.
that to me is the best compliment in the world. In the world for me. And that day at Crotona, I I I love the people that was out there, and I'm thinking, thank God it was a whole crowd and everybody
It's
loved it.
always packed over there.
But for
Mm-hmm.
me, the highlight was Kid Capri and DJ Scratch.
Wow. DJ Scratch, he's amazing. I mean, both of those DJ, Kid Capri and
Yeah,
him, they are. See, that's the thing. They play high level DJ skills. They have it. They display it.
yeah,
I seen both of them in action. Scratch, he just ill on it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
He's ill, but Kid Capri is ill in his own way.
yeah.
And that's what it was coming from New York. See, a lot of these DJs, when you go outside of the East Coast, they don't do this.
Mm-mm.
They just play the joint. So when they come to the East Coast, oh, you're showing off. No, no, this is the way we started and we was raised seeing this. You know what I mean? So when I see you DJ and I see the way you bring it back, spinning and put records together, that's a hip hop DJ.
Let me tell you,
Uh huh.
when I first started, I used to DJ cross-handed like this. And that's how I was comfortable. I would DJ
Uh huh.
cross-handed. And when anybody saw me, that's how I would DJ. And Woody said to me, "You can't do that. You
Mhm.
awkward. You can't do that." But it was
Mhm.
harder for me. I could scratch better cross-handed, and it was
Mhm.
harder for me to scratch regular. But I had to practice and learn how to do it. I
Mhm.
saw Red Alert, and Red Alert does the cross-handed DJ thing sometime. And I asked him, I said, Red, did anybody ever tell you that you look awkward and for you not to do that? He said, I wish they would. And see, that was the thing. Men felt that it was okay for them to tell the female DJ what
Mm.
to do and what she shouldn't do. But they didn't say that to their male counterparts. So I stopped playing what made me comfortable because
Mhm.
somebody else said you shouldn't do that. I didn't have enough confidence in myself to say, why not? Why?
And again, what I noticed too, because we're talking about male dominated back then, and so we talk about males because of it was a male dominated, and some people didn't realize how much women had to go through to be in real hip hop. And I would say this: when people speak, they have to remember you can voice your opinion, but the person you saying it to gonna make the final decision how they're gonna live their life. So that's what I'm saying to you, and that's what Red probably said. I wish they would.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you said what you want. Oh, your hands are crossed. You could have been the first cross lady DJ that did it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because, like you say, you didn't have your confidence. See, some people think you should do it the way they see it.
Right. And that's what it was.
You got
That's
to
what
do it the
it
way you feel because you got the final say. It's your skill, it's your life. And that's what we walk around and give young people, especially at that time,
was. Hmm.
confidence because so many people trying to tell them what to do. No, you share your thoughts and you allow people to get with this or that. You don't force your thought. Like somebody was trying to force their thoughts on me yesterday. I mean, I speak up now. I said, no, that's not what I said. He, Anybody thought I was being argumentative? No, I'm a grown woman. I'm telling you, I don't think like that. This
Right.
is the way I think. And they probably get all offended, you know what I mean? Because shut it down. You ain't laughing and hee kiki ha ha. I said, everyone shouldn't have to be your jokester.
Yep.
You should be able to speak without everybody thinking you mad or you bitter or you angry or you aggressive. Why? I said, because
Yeah.
society put all these rituals on women. No, you should be in the house doing this. I said, I do that. You should cook. I cooked once I get off here. I cooked some what I cook chicken noodle soup. Chicken noodle
For-
soup. See how the girl made a song? She had enough brains to go make a song. Chicken noodle soup. And I don't know if it was a hit, but it was hot.
it was a hit. It was
Uh
a
huh.
hit. It was a
Yeah,
hit.
and see
The
the
thing,
things they try to take from the woman who's in a male dominated field, we get creative because we have to. We always got to go 10 times more. Like black people, they say, oh, we got to do 10 times more around the way. Well, women got to do 10 times around them and 10 times. So that's 20 more times just to be who you are. So
yeah.
I could see sometime why your name is not as big, but your
Right.
skill is
Right.
because they was always stopping. It was like God, how you get through? But if you had big money, you could have just knocked them down. You know what I mean? And you
And
can't
see,
take stuff from them because they don't want something back. Mm-hmm.
there and that part right there. That
Mm-hmm.
part right there. But
Always want something. I'm like,
for me, for you want to hear the craziness? For
mm-hmm.
me, I used to show up to play wearing my Pumas, wearing my Lee jeans with the crease down the
Uh-huh.
and then I would wear like a remember the dudes used to wear the nylon t-shirts? I had the nylon
The
t-shirts,
BVDs or something? BVDs
colors.
or something?
No,
Uh-huh.
not the wife beaters. The nylon t-shirts.
Yeah, the
Like,
BVD they call it.
yes, I used to wear
Because
them
yeah, what's the name?
all.
Told me they call BVDs.
I had
Uh-huh.
all different colors,
Mm-hmm.
blue and red, and
Because they had the boxes to match the
yes, but
BVDs. Yeah. Uh-huh.
color I had on, that's the Pumas that I had on.
Right.
The color Pumas that I had on. I used to
Mm-hmm.
dress down
Mm-hmm.
thinking that if I dress like a
They
dude,
won't bother
they
you.
won't bother you. It was worse. It
And
was.
remember, but hold on. It wasn't the dudes, even though if you go out of town, they call it dude dressing, but where we from, that was called being a part of the culture because it had a dress code.
Yep, yep. I didn't come in there
That's
looking.
why it didn't bother them because it was part of the culture to look fly.
It I did I wasn't trying to look cute or nothing like that. I wanted to be a part. I
Of
want.
this thing, this culture, like yo, stop, like leave me alone. I'm in my mix.
Yep,
It was beautiful, wasn't it?
yep,
I wish we all had cameras on our phone like we did today. I was telling somebody the other day, if we all had cameras on our phone like we do today, the internet be flooded with all these receipts. We
yes,
did so many things and just can't bring it, in visual, because some people are visual and we need to show them better than we could tell them. You know how they said, show me the flyer? Imagine if we had the video being in the basement practicing,
yep,
going into, it's
yep.
crazy.
And see, I, with my little shy self, I didn't like taking pictures. So I'm mad at myself now because I could have had so many pictures,
With
but
everyone. Hmm.
like to take pictures. Even my mother would take, and I would be like this, or I would
Ah.
be like that. I did not
Hmm.
like taking pictures. And now you would be like, Lady Love, you'll take yeah, I will take a picture at a drop of a dime now.
Well,
I need
that's called
to do it.
documentarian. Because in 10 years or 20 years, when you look back, you're going to say, that's her.
Yep,
Because, from now, because see, we did that before. I have a lot of pictures, but I gave a lot to the barbershops. But I said to myself, if I had a camera, because I used to pay for this guy to roll around with me taking pictures. So I did have a photographer with me. So we had a lot of pictures. But the video was more like we paid for music video. But if we had cameras on our phone like today, Lord have mercy, I think hip hop would have stayed in the East Coast.
yep. I think, like for me, I didn't know that there was any recording of me playing back in the day. Not
Mm-hmm.
one. I didn't think there was one
Mm-hmm.
audio of me. And then when I came back, this Shasha, Shasha, she said, you Lady Love? I said, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. Is there any other Lady Love? She was
You
like,
crazy.
there's a tape of you on this old school hip hop tape website. I said, no, there's not, because there's no tapes of me. She
Mm-hmm.
said, yeah, there is. And I
Mm-hmm.
went, and there was a recording of me. It's a flyer. Curtis Blow, Spoonie G, the Funky Four, Woody Wood, me. We all the Treacherous Three. We all went to Hartford, Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
Did a show up there. April. It was Easter, April 17th, 1981,
Mm-hmm.
and Infinity Machine, Divine and them recorded it, and I never knew. And
Mm-hmm.
so when I heard it, I started crying because I'm
Mm.
like, it's here. This is Special K from the Treacherous Three and DJ Lady Love on the turntables cutting up, and there was this was part of my receipts. I started crying. And then I found out there was a recording of me at that armory picture. Somebody had that. Troy Buckery.
Oh, the
And
light skinned brother? No, no, no. That was Troy Smith. Uh-huh.
no,
Haven't
no,
seen him
Troy
in a
Buck
minute. Mm-hmm.
no, Troy Smith, you're right. Troy
Uh-huh.
Smith, he had it and he sent me a copy. And so I'm like, I was a part of this history. There's documents of me of me doing this. And the
And listen, you from the five boroughs. You from let me tell you something, sister. The muches, if anyone come into those boroughs and hear a conversation from, they don't understand how it's a history talk every day. When you go to other towns and states, they don't talk like it like that. You
Mhm.
understand what I'm saying? They don't hold deep discussions and debates and arguments the way the boroughs. You know what I mean? because it was birthed in New York.
Yep.
People talking about, oh no, in Brooklyn, oh it was disco man. You know, it's a deep history conversation, even though it seemed like
Yep.
an argument, but it's about knowledge.
Yep.
And it was a time that was crazy. You go out to California, they probably have a discussion over some weed. Yeah, he was doing all right, but they don't do it the way they do it because it's different places, different time.
Yeah.
But check
I
this out. Go ahead, speak.
no, when I came out here, I got invited to somebody's radio program. It was like, Lady Love, you a hip hop pioneer, and this and that. And so I went, I did a set, and I don't play Sugar Hill Gang because I play Kaz's MC Delight, where Kaz tells his story about how how they stole his rhymes.
Oh
I'm
snap!
on the
Yeah, yeah.
radio, right? I'm on the radio, and this guy, he called in. He was like, "Oh, how come you didn't play Sugar Hill?" I said, "Because this is the original. This is the person whose Sugar Hill rhyme was." And the dude told me I was a hater. I said, "I'm not a hater." I said, "That's what happened. Bank stole Kaz's rhymes. And you're a hater." I was
Well, he had knowledge, and you was trying to take knowledge out of his head. Someone
yeah,
told me when you taking something out of people's head, you got to put something back in. He needed to visually see it because I think it was Hank. He came back and admitted years later, but at
right.
the same time,
There's a lot of people that don't know that.
but at the same
And then
time,
you taking away what they thought was
uh-huh.
their hip hop history by doing that. You like busting a bubble.
Because he's like that lady Emmett Till. You took too long to tell the truth. You know what I mean? And at the same time, you don't leave your rhymes, Cass. You don't leave your book in front of people because they all stillers out there. It is and remember in the MC days, they used the word
Biting.
don't bite. Yeah, you know it right
Yeah,
off the back, sister.
that's right.
And that's what I'm saying. So when you know that, Cass, because Cass gonna get mad at me. I ain't scared of you, Cass. Come on. He be in Chilltown with all my friends. You know he's brothers with all my Chilltown guys. He's
Mm,
brothers with them. I'm telling you, they like brothers. Joey timed them.
mm-hmm.
Cass, he showed Jersey so much love. You know,
I
that's his
love
family. Him and I'm a special Cass. They Jersey love. They know hip hop from Jersey. You know what I mean? For Chilltown, I'm talking about
I
Jersey.
love I love Kaz, like, because
He
he
means
tells
it.
you,
Hmm.
he tells it to you straight. He don't give you the bull. He tell when before I got down with GMC Entertainment, Kaz told me he was looking for a female DJ to be a part of the team. So I gave him a CD. He was like, "You're not ready yet." I was like,
But
"Damn."
he's another one supposed to have been on the tippy top. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I
He's
went back.
another one supposed to be. He DJ, he MC,
He
Casanova
DJ
Fly. How you
all
call
of
him?
that,
Casanova
right?
Fly. His first name. So
So
he should feel the way he feel because yeah, you don't leave your rhymes, and but the person shouldn't stole it and do a record, and he didn't get the money. You know what I mean? And the
yeah,
recognition. So I get it. So when people say stuff about him, I take up for him. I say, hold on now, you gotta go to the root of the problem because there's a root why he's like that. I said he ain't bad. Cass is just he been through stuff. Just like when a woman that go through stuff, men
mhm,
go through stuff too, but they don't never want to embrace men when they go through their problem.
yeah,
He loved hip hop so much, they don't understand what it did to him.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He made me. I didn't get to be down with GMC Entertainment easy.
Mm-hmm.
I was let that every week I handed Kaz a CD. Okay, here, listen to this. Tell me if I'm ready. He would say, "You're not ready, Lady Love." One day he called me. He said, "What you doing?" He said, "You coming to the park after when you get off?" I said, "Yeah, I'll be there." He said, "Okay, I'm gonna see you there." I get to the park. Kaz said, "Okay, you ready?" I looked at him. I said, "I'm ready." He bought me out my GMC vest.
Word.
Lady Love, DJ Lady Love on the front, GMC Entertainment on the back. I was like, "What?" He said, "You put in the work." He said, "When I told you you wasn't ready, you didn't stop. You kept coming back and coming back and coming back until you were ready."
Let me
And
tell you something, Lady Love. If I had $10 million, I'd get Cass like 5 million because he put in the work himself.
yep,
Himself. You know what I mean? No one could never deny Cass showing up.
nope,
He loves hip hop. That's why I tell people, and I'm always fighting over him because they always saying stuff, and I said, y'all don't understand this man grind. He
Mm.
loves this. He don't just love it and say he love it. He put the
No,
work in.
he lives it.
He
He
lives
lives.
it. And they need to give him his flowers. Cass, come on here anytime because I know you do interviews with everybody, but you know you never did one with Champagne. But you know, because I got to say something. It's important that Cass and many people in that era gets like millions of dollars for like
Mm-hmm.
royalties. They should be millionaires. Yeah, they get paid for what they do, but I'm talking about they made us love hip hop too. You know, to do that routine, yeah, I had Chill,
Yeah.
Sweet Slick and Slide
Yeah.
doing that, and I loved them too, but most of them passed on. All I'm saying is, how do you snatch something from someone and you don't expect them to be hurt?
Well, I just know with
Mm-hmm.
Kaz, I know that he always gonna tell me the truth. He gonna say when, and then when I do something and he's a part of it, I
Mm-hmm.
always play a Cass song, whether it's the park, whether it's MC Delight.
That's beautiful.
Always when I did the hip hop festival last year, he was there and everything. I played MC Delight. If Cass is in the building, I'm going to play a Cass song
And
because
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love what he did for me, number one, and I feel like he's getting his just desserts now, but it's being on Sirius XM with him and Shaw with their show and everything. He's getting
Mm-hmm.
his just desserts.
Mm-hmm.
He may not be getting them everywhere where he should be
Should
getting
be getting him.
where he
Mm-hmm.
should be getting them, but for me, he is one of the true hip hop pioneers.
And
He
he could DJ his behind
did.
off. A lot of people
He
don't understand. I'm
first
like, he's
did.
just not an MC. He can
He
DJ
could
for real
and Cass will DJ and MC at the
at the
same
same
time. He don't
time.
even need nobody else. He's a
Hmm.
one man machine on his own. Okay, I can't do that.
Yeah, he deserved his flowers. He deserved
Yeah,
to be a millionaire, and he deserves
yeah.
some more respect from hip hop. And I'm
And
saying it straight up.
Cora,
I
and
say it
Cora,
straight up.
his
A
wife
lot.
Cora,
Yeah, I
she
met
is
him
right. Yeah, she is right there with him, supporting her
all
man
the time.
all the time.
But see, this is why it's important for us to get on platforms like this and tell our own stories because sometimes people get misunderstood. I know I'm misunderstood because I was like you, I didn't say much. But now I'm more vocal, but I got to be careful because people are sensitive today. They're not like back in the day, they didn't get too sensitive. Today, you said something, boy, it's a brawl. You got to be very careful. They block you now and they don't want to talk to you no more. Like I invited somebody to come listen today. He blocked me because he got jealous. I said, you could come on next. You know what I mean? You do. You know, like I'm saying, you invited to my show. They just get mad when you're doing something for yourself as a woman. You know
I
what I mean?
I look at it, I what lesson it this has all taught me is to
Mm-hmm.
find my lane, which I have. I found
Mm,
the lane that I'm good at. And I don't worry, I don't wait for nobody.
that's beautiful.
I promote all my shows myself. If I don't know how to do something, I go on YouTube and learn how to do it myself.
YouTube University. You know
That's
what?
I learned how to do it myself. I make all my flyers, all my promos, everything myself. I
Mm-hmm.
found my lane. And it took me a long time to find my lane. And I'm gonna be in this lane. I'm not worried. I used to worry about what everybody else is doing. I'm not worried about what nobody else is doing anymore, unless it has to do
With
with me.
you. And
DJ,
I can appreciate that because for years, you know, us, you know, being a mother, being a grandma, but you know, before I was a grandma, but I'm saying when you're a mother, you're taught to take care of everybody.
mm-hmm,
You're taught to always help people out.
mm-hmm,
And that's why today, you know, when I inbox that person, it's like we always trying to bring them on, but they don't never call us. So that's why I didn't get hurt. I said, it's just over. It's
yeah,
over. Take care of yourself, blow up the way you blow up, and look out for people who appreciate you. It's a win-win. You know what I mean? When they care about you, care about them, they're gonna come. You could be pure
exactly.
strangers. Pure strangers gonna
Exactly.
come and check for you. Mm-hmm.
That's what happened when I started this radio on the
Mm-hmm.
radio at my station.
Mm-hmm.
Um, 2 years ago, okay,
Mm-hmm.
nobody was checking for DJ Lady Love like that. Nobody
Mm-hmm.
was asking me to do stuff or any like
Mm-hmm.
do their show, their mix shows and stuff like that. 2 years, I've been constant every week promoting my show every Friday. 2 years, 2 years. Now I got people, yo, Lady Love, we would like you to be a part of our team. Yo,
Mm.
Lady Love, we would like you to be a part of our team. And I'm like, what happened? But I'm showing, I'm in this. I'm working. I'm making sure I'm still putting in the work. I'm never going to stop putting in the work, and I'm consistent. I'm steadily
Well, it's your
consistent
legacy
with
too
what
that you're gonna
I.
leave.
So
Mm-hmm.
see some people who never heard of DJ Lady Love. The
Mm-hmm.
people out here that I play for on the radio, they never heard of me before. And so the my show is the number one show on this station. And I come on 1 hour on Friday. And I'm the number one show on the station. How does
Mm-hmm.
that work?
Well,
Because
I could tell you, we did it in New York, 105.9. We had to pay for our hour. It was 1 hour. Awesome Tune had 2 hours. They go on early, then they come back after we get off. Then you had Kevin Keefe and the Dirty Dozen. That 1 hour was so powerful. It was all over the tri-state. We were so huge back then. And then the owner came in one day. We all the DJ. Guess what happened? He sold the station.
oh wow.
So I hear you.
I
I
just
hear you.
know that because here's the craziness. Because of what I'm doing out here is picking up my stuff in New York. Which is so when I was in New York, wasn't nobody really checking for
Checking
me.
for you. Mm-hmm.
And then now I'm down with these three different crews now that I do mixes for. And I'm like, I believe it's because they can see that I started my own YouTube channel. I'm doing everything. I'm not waiting for people to do for me. I'm
And
not
you're
waiting
not
for
supposed
somebody
to.
to do
You're
for
not
me.
supposed to.
So I took everything in my own hands. I'm
Mm-hmm.
making sure I do what I do. I'm making sure, okay, if I'm doing this, I cross promo my stuff. If I do
Mm-hmm.
a mix for this for Dream Team people, and I'm doing a mix for say my new crew, Crate Runners, and if I do something, I make sure that everybody got a tight mix. And when you say DJ Lady Love, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I heard her. Oh yeah, I heard her." Cause somebody told me one time I did this mix and I made a huge mistake in it. And the person said to me, "Oh, ain't nobody gonna pay no attention to it. Just put it out." And I was like, "No, because if you do that, it might be this person's first time ever hearing you, and they hear that, and they'd be like." Oh, you heard that? And then they gonna think you a whack ass DJ. It
Out
was
of
a
that one
mistake
little
that
piece
you
right there.
made.
Mm-hmm.
It's one mistake that you made, but first impressions do count. And I continue to make myself always a first impression.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever I do, that's my first impression, no matter how many times I've done it.
And you got to listen to it once you complete it. You got to go back and listen to it.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm anal. I'm
Yeah.
anal when it
Yeah,
comes.
because you know what? I was always told that I had a friend named Sister Willie. She was a cop. She was about 5'5". She said to me, "You can have an event and it goes so well, but if you have one incident, they're gonna talk about that incident, not your good party, because you know how to
Right.
do events as well." And she
That's
said
right.
that one incident gonna blemish your whole event.
That's right.
And I kept that whip. That was over 20 something years, and I
Yep.
listened to her, and I still talk about it. And I said she was right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one
Because
little thing.
it's the first impression.
Mm-hmm.
And then once that first impression, you may have a chance to come back and redeem yourself, but you may not.
May not.
And that's what
One
follows you.
man, one chance. One woman, one chance. Uh-huh.
And that's what follows you. So if I
Mm-hmm.
feel a certain way, if I feel like, nah, this is not for me, I'm not listening to what everybody else is saying. I'm thinking about how it's gonna affect me. And
That's
if I
your name
feel
on it.
good about it, that's
Mm-hmm.
right. If I
That's
feel
your
good
name.
about it, then I'm gonna do it. If I feel like, man, this might not be a good look for me, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because now I put me first. I put what I think about something. I used to always ask everybody, how do you like this? How does this? How is this? And now I'm like, what do you think about it? How do you feel about it? You always asking everybody else. What about you?
Well,
Then
you know what comes to mind when you say that? Jahan, put that lady first. Lady Love,
That's
Put
right.
Lady Love first,
That's right.
because your confidence is there now.
Yeah.
You have pure confidence because they try so hard to break us, and people say, "Oh, yeah, Mel Basher." No, we telling
I'm
stories,
no, I'm not
true
male
stories.
bashing.
We true
I'm right.
stories. We telling
I'm
true
not male
stories.
bashing. This was my experience. I'm
Yeah, they
not
don't understand. We telling true
that
stories.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling my story of
Mm-hmm.
why I quit, of why
Right.
I walked away. I'm not saying everybody's like that. I'm saying this is what happened to
To
me,
me.
not this one and that one. Me, DJ Lady Love, DJ Sexy. That's who this happened to.
Woo.
It don't
Well, what's next
include
for
every.
DJ Lady Love?
Next for me is doing what I'm doing. I've retired. My grandson birthday was August 10th. He passed away January
Oh, my
uh
condolences. Ooh.
accident. And at first I was gonna quit. I was all in my feelings and I was gonna quit because losing a child is horrific. My daughter, I can't even explain what she is going through. But as a grandmother, to lose your grandson and it was a freak accident, I was ready to quit. And then I started reading the text that my grandson was sending me. And I remember I had sent him that picture that you put up of me playing at the Bronx Hip Hop Festival.
Mm-hmm.
And he texted me back and he said, "That's my grandma, Black excellence at its best."
Mm.
I said to myself, "Are you still going to be Black excellence if you quit?" So
Mm.
instead of quitting, I went in harder. And then after every mix that I do, and that I'm gonna do until I take my last breath, I
Mm-hmm.
say, "I love you, Regis." That's how I end everything from now on. But it was because of my grandson's word that I didn't quit again. And I said I was never gonna quit again.
Mm-hmm.
But losing my grandson almost made me quit again.
Right.
And then I,
Right.
I realized if you quit, what are you gonna do? You DJ Lady Love. That's who you are. That's who you made yourself to be in these last since 2010. That's who you made yourself to be. You are DJ Lady Love. So if you quit Lady Love, what are you gonna do with yourself?
Yeah, you started in 78, took a sabbatical, and you came back 2010. And
Right.
we don't quit. Remember, winner never quit and quitters never win. But you had to go on a sabbatical because
Yeah.
you ever been through a lot of tragedy. I get you. You know what I'm saying? I get you. And you have every right to feel like that because death is so hurtful. I lost my
Yeah.
whole family. It's just me left. I got children, but my whole immediate family is gone now.
Yeah.
So it changes you.
It does.
It
And
changes you. I lost all my siblings. It changes you, and people are like, "Oh, you so serious." I say, "You don't know people's story.
mm-hmm.
Before you run your mouth, understand what people are healing from. You never get over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You living with it. So my deepest condolences to you and your
Uh,
family,
And
and
the
mm-hmm,
craziness is I lost my husband in 2001 in Atlanta, and I
mm-hmm,
lost my grandson in 2026 in Atlanta.
mm, mm, mm,
So I said to myself, it's a reason you still here. It's if
mm.
I have my kids, I have my other grandkids, and just show them that things can happen. Things can happen to you in your life, but you can't shrivel up into a ball and die. You got to continue to live your life. You got to continue to use what you've been blessed with and keep your life moving on and
And
make them proud of you.
yeah, and always pay homage to them, like in your songs, his favorite songs. Make CDs and
Mhm.
hang it up and whatever. Because at the end of the day, I know it's part of life. People say, "Oh, it's part of life." I said, oh, I hate when people say that.
Yeah, because
And,
just because it's a part
mhm,
of life doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt.
yeah, it hurts so bad. Okay, on that note, I'm gonna get into this joint right here. We're gonna chill and listen to it, and then we have about 10 more minutes, and then we're gonna sign off because we've been getting some history on DJ Lady Love,
And
and
I thank you.
we
Thank
no
you.
we need to do this a little more often
I thank
because
you and I appreciate you for this so
well
much.
I'm one of your fans, and I want you to always know, and I think I already told you, whatever I'm doing, I'm going to give you your flowers. We are going to do the magazine. The next issue's coming out. Matter of fact, January, because we're going to put this on, we saying this on the air. January 20th is National DJ Day. You on the front cover.
Oh, girl.
That's what we're doing. Because we've been trying to do that, but I think it's fitting. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say you belong on that front cover.
Thank you.
It'd be remiss because we've been trying. We're going to make it happen because you just made it clear to me you're doing everything now. Remember, I was trying to get this. You was like, I ain't doing that. You was funny, man. You was like, that's too much. Now, we don't have to give you two. I could give you like a few of them. I don't have to overload. You know what I mean? We could make it simple and make it available because that helps you go where you're going, your next chapter in life. Because that's what I'm doing with this is my next chapter. Yeah, I've been on the radio for years, been on TV. Yeah, I shot films. I shoot pictures. I do 7 things. Mm-hmm. But we on another chapter now.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know how much time the Lord gonna have me here. I don't know when my date is, when my expiration date is. But you want to know something? Until that date comes, I'm gonna continue to do what makes me happy. I've been trying to be a DJ, like I said, since I was like 4. I lived in the Bronx, and we would go to my aunt's house. She lived at 390 Jackson Avenue, and the building that she lived in, you can go from the back stairs up to get to my uncle's floor 2 flights up. And my job as a little kid was to go from each house while they was playing cards on Friday and Saturday night. It was my job to put them records on, put them in the order.
Imagine we had cameras on our phone. You could have recorded all that. Exactly. We could see that right now. So now you got to keep making your documentaries. Get on or every video, every magazine. There's no more sitting around because we leaving our legacy.
Yeah.
We don't know when our expiration date. Leave your legacy because all your children and family members and fans that's when they're going to Google us.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But see, my kids know. My kids know. They push me.
You got some beautiful children because I know you be speaking about them. I said, you one lucky mama.
Yeah.
Because sometimes
I live with my youngest daughter right now because she's
beautiful.
She's just like, no, I don't want you. I have my own place and everything. She was like, no, you coming to live with me and
that's
her
beautiful.
husband.
Tell her that's beautiful.
Yeah, because she was like, I want you here. I just got back from Vegas because my son in Vegas. I spent my birthday in Vegas with my son and his wife. And my other daughter, my kids are my life. And they love their mama. They know all their mama's DJ stories, and they grew up with the loud music. Even when I wasn't a DJ out in the street, I was a DJ in my house. Music never left. I always played music. So my kids grew up with that.
Well, that's beautiful. Because what we're going to do now is get to this joint. We're going to play some. We're going to talk about it a little bit. And then we're going to come back out. And then we're going to get all your shout outs. So get it in your head. Because I know you got a list. Because you may forget some people. Because people get, oh, you didn't give me shout out. That's what I always said. For those I couldn't mention.
Look, I don't know that many people personally anymore to be even doing all of that.
All right. Well, here's the deal. I'm going to play this joint. We're going to listen to it. And then you could just write them down, whatever. And then we're going to come back and talk about this a little bit. And then we're going to give shout outs. And then it's time for the next joint. Ready?
Gotcha.
It's kind of starving, Mike. It's kind of starving.
All right, hold on. I'm going to add this.
Won't you swing the beat this way today? Ha. Hey, hey, hey. God bless you, please. Daryl Calloway. Won't you swing the beat this way today? Daryl Calloway. Hey, hey, hey. Check this out. Swing the beat this way. Check out the beat. Check out the beat. Check out the beat. We will walk in. Stay down the avenue. The party people talking about the Maggie Crash Crew. And they were dancing along and singing our song. Rocking with the mighty Crash Crew. Ha, check this out, y'all. Say we are known as MCs. Ha ha, check it out. We are to please. Five bad brothers. On the go, y'all. To let you know, y'all. Looking out for one another. We turn parties out. We make you scream and shout. We turn parties out. We rock without a doubt. We turn parties out. Listen to the force of
Well, this is one of the tapes you're talking about. I'm going to find it where they give you shout out. Hold on. Where you DJ.
And Special K too. Let's rock, y'all, and don't stop.
Out here we go.
On display here today to rock this entire USA. It's okay, so don't be delay. Just stay and lay for the sound we play. Guaranteed to make it swing, sway, and with no delay, make Kunta Kinte get on his knees and pray. May Stanley people go hip hip hooray, kick off his shoes and do ballet. Watch he cut the records like a stick of arcade, and we'll leave you cut a ghost if they got no way. Lady Love, Special K. Yes, that's all. Just check out Kinte, get on his knees and pray. May Stanley people go hip hip hooray, kick off his shoes and do ballet. Watch he cut the records like a stick of arcade, and we'll leave you cut a ghost if they got no way. Lady Love, Special K. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go.
That was it. When I first heard that, because I did not know it was out there, I was bawling like a little baby.
You was like, what? They got me. See, that's called documentarian. See, that's why we got to get ourselves and everything, because years later, those are receipts. Mm-hmm.
Yep. I love Special K, and I tell him every time I talk to him, thank you. I had no MC, and Special K was like, "Who your MC?" I said, "I don't have one." He said, "I'm gonna be your MC." No, we didn't even know. We didn't even know each other. He was like,
Mm-hmm.
"I'm gonna be your MC," and that started a lifelong friendship.
Well, I met him through Big Jeff. I was doing a film, and then we went up to his residence, and that's what started our friendship. And he's such a cooperative, very knowledgeable person, and
Yes,
got a rhyme bag that's crazy. You know what I mean?
and so many people do not even understand how many songs that K has ghost written for people and stuff.
Well, you
Like,
could tell he could write because he could flow.
yes, K is
Mm-hmm.
a genius when it comes to that.
Yes,
He,
I saw it. I was like, we grew up off of that. Real hip hop has understand it because we didn't just listen to the hit song. We just listened to the cassette tapes and the
yeah,
mixes and the battles. That's why I
K.
said people don't understand unless you come to the East Coast. We had battles. Mm-hmm.
When I finally heard that,
Mm-hmm.
finally,
Mm-hmm.
and I listened to it, and I'm like, he talking about me. He was like, son, pretty mama, just as pretty as could be. And I'm like, I said, K, was you talking about me when you made it? He said, yeah, I made it up on the spot for you. And I was like, what? What? You He did the rhyme that he did right there on the spot about me. And I was just like, wow. Because all those years I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. Because I had never heard it. After it was done, I never heard it. I was playing, so I didn't focus on what he was saying because I was DJing. So when I finally got to hear it 20 some odd years later and
Whoa.
heard him, and
Mm-hmm.
I was like, is he talking about? So I had to ask him, I'm like, Kate, that you talking about me? He was like, yeah, Lady Love. I'm like,
He probably thought you was ignoring him all those years. He was like, "Oh, he's talking about me 20 years later.
no,
Oh, like you woke out of a coma. Oh, you're talking about me."
no, right. I didn't know. But yeah, I love the career that I have. I don't care that it's not as famous or as this as that because I got to enjoy every moment.
And it's not
Every
about
moment is
fame. Yeah.
special. Every
Mm-hmm.
moment was special.
It's not about fame. We love it, but we want to be compensated for our love because you see people who wasn't even there getting paid. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's not, yeah, because me, I don't even need the fame. I need the accolade so I could be all right. You can make sure you got rent money, rent 3 and 5 grand now. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? You want
I
to look
think
comfortable. Mm-hmm.
I think for
Mm-hmm.
me, to be acknowledged as a part of it
Mm-hmm.
is is payment.
It's payday. Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah,
payment.
because I. It's funny you said that. Yesterday I said that on an interview. I said all I want is my credit. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Just give
Hmm.
my credit. It'll allow me to eat
Yep.
because it's your receipts. When they when people acknowledge you for doing this, like when I helped Fubu out with the radio station 105.9, got him on magazine, they never ever mentioned my name in all the interviews. And they was talking about how they started and did this. Just mention me one time.
That's
One
it.
time.
That's
That
it.
solidifies me and I can eat. Because I don't need you to
I
give me
don't run
money.
with that. Right.
Yeah, you
I
don't
don't
have to
run with
give me
that.
money. I can earn my bread. I could
And
put
it's
yeast in my
also,
own bread, but they don't give us credit. That's why
and
when you mention Davey DMX and Cass and a few other gentlemen, Special K and a few other gentlemen, those are the men who you always pay homage to. If you got their songs, you play them because they made sure you had credit for what you did. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Many other people saw it, but they don't mind letting it be known.
right.
Well, this has been
And
a
for,
beautiful, 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 beautiful. We must do this again.
yes,
You know,
ma'am.
you have any final thoughts before your shout outs?
No, I just want to say to people that's listening, to the young people and all of that, never give up on your dream. Don't never let nobody take, even if they try to put it back. Pull it back
Mm-hmm.
until you're able to put it how you want it.
Mm-hmm.
Because look, I'm 60 plus years old
Mm-hmm.
and I'm living my dream that I wanted to live when I was a teenager, but I'm able to come back and do it how I want to do it now. Not how I wasn't ready back then. I'm
Mm-hmm.
now. But I'm not saying wait till you like 60 some years old to do that. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is don't give up. It may seem like it's not going nowhere, and that's right when it's about to pop. When it seems like it's not going nowhere, you gotta keep it. If you practice every day, then you continue to practice every day. Whatever it is you do, if you need to learn new skills to be continue on with your dream, then do that. But don't ever give up just because somebody may tell you that you're not ready. You keep on. You keep on, and you may not be ready for them, but you're ready for you. That's you.
And
That's
that's
why
your dream. That's your
great.
life and
I
your decisions.
embrace
Mm-hmm.
Lady Love now. DJ Lady Love, I embrace her. I love you, chick. So I embrace her because I didn't love me for a
Self
long.
love, you know, and
I
the first rule of law is to save self. Mm-hmm.
I don't put up with nobody's stuff no more. I don't
Mm-hmm.
even. I'm not even gonna say that. What I do is I step back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm
Mm-mm.
not gonna do all of that. I'm just gonna step back. You just don't exist to me no more.
Yeah, that's right.
No,
Just keep it moving.
that's it. And for the people I want to shout out,
Mm-hmm.
I want to shout out my children.
Now
Uh,
cheering, you say you're cheering.
my
The guy said that
children,
yesterday.
Derek, Quinn, Quana, and Trey, and they significant others, Troy, Leah, Monte, and Emilio. Y'all taking care of my children so well, so I appreciate you.
Mm,
Rest in peace to my grandson Regis, to my other grandson D. I love you. To my grandson Uriah, Grandma loves you all.
mm.
And to all the people that continue to just follow DJ Lady Love, even though she ain't no great big DJ or whatever, but y'all been fans of mine forever. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. To you, Champagne, thank you.
That's what we do.
Ms. Champagne,
Well,
thank
this
you
is what we
very
do because you. I
much.
always say I'm one of your biggest fan, and that's what women have to do: support one another and
Wait,
uplift one another. It's like my my parents are gone, but I wasn't raised to be
mine too.
jealous. I was raised for the foundation. We had a great foundation back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We came
Yes.
from a foundation where you love to see people get on. And I said, I don't all that jealousy I see. I said I don't have that in my bone. I don't
So,
have it in my bone. My thing is to each one teach one. If you got something, call up your friends, and that's why sometimes people do treat me
mhm.
funny because I be calling. But I'm still a brand. I'm
Yes.
still gonna get paid
Yes.
because I gotta eat, keep the lights on. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
Yep.
because people come, they want everything for free. I said, freely down here. This is
Yep.
business up here. Because you watch all them, the male dominated, they handle their business though.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do it for free. They handle their business because
They
you know
handle
what?
their
They
business.
branded themselves.
Yep. I want to
And that's
say
what women
also,
have to do.
I want to say also to shout out to my friend DJ Charlie Rizak, shout out to Tony Crush, shout out to Booski, shout out to my Crate Runner DJs family. I am a Crate Runner DJ now. Shout out to Dream Team Promotion, Dance 89.5, any YouTube, anybody that platforms me. thank you. If you want to hear any DJ Lady Love mixes, you could go to YouTube, or all my mixes are on Mixcloud, DJ Lady Love, and dreamteam.com promotions. My mixes are there too. So if you ever want to hear, you know, in the mood for, I play Afro beats, I play Southern Soul, I play bachata, I play salsa, merengue, I play
Well, I
hip
tell you
hop.
what. I tell you what. Next month, if you get the time, let's do a 30-minute set live on the air. We
Oh,
do a 30-minute set.
we can
Because,
do it.
you know, a lot of, you know, once they see this and they see you more, let's do a 30-minute set live on the air, DJ Lady Love on the ones and twos. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be the new Hollywood. I'm gonna sit in my chair. I am gonna DJ from my chair. Hollywood. When I seen Hollywood, Hollywood's still doing his
I
thing.
see it, yeah.
His
He's
chair,
got a
his.
beautiful
You
personality.
know what?
Mm-hmm.
I like that
Uh-huh.
because I'm comfortable. I
And
am.
that's where we at this point in our lives. Remember
That's
what we
right.
said. We're not doing it for no one else. We're doing it for
Nope.
self.
Nope. And that's how I feel now. I'm
And
doing it.
that's how you do it from the chair so they can hear your mixes. They for the music. If they come for the music, this is like, oh yeah, yeah, they come to see the dance. I came for the music. Here come the mixes. So
Lady
anytime
Love,
you want to come,
Lady,
so you
Lady
let
Love
me know
don't
one
dance.
day.
Yeah,
You,
Lady Love don't dance.
hey, I
I
walk
could
on a
do
cane,
I
Lady
could do
Love.
a, I could do a two step. I could do a two step, but look, that's it. That's
In
gonna
the
be
chair. Look,
that's right.
you know how
I'm
they
a
say,
great
oh,
look.
she look like she
I'm a
could
great
dance,
chair
and
dancer.
she
I can do
get
some
up and
stuff.
don't know how to
Yeah,
dance.
that's right. I could do. I'm a great chair dancer.
Okay, every month or whenever you want it, but let me know what day next month you're available. If not, push it back. It's up to you because I don't want to put pressure. You said
Okay.
Champagne, this the
Thank you
day.
for giving it up to me. Thank you
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah, because it is up to you because you got to feel it.
yes.
You got to feel it and you got to be available. And then we
I
coordinate our times and then we make it happen because
I
this is.
appreciate
Mhm.
you so much for this. Thank
It's
you.
going to be on like popcorn. Wait till I finish after. It's going to take me about an hour to get all this ready. You're going to see it all over the internet. Maybe an hour, 2 hours, because it takes a process to get all these platforms out. It's crazy, but you
Okay.
see it.
I'm
And
gonna
then
be
keep
waiting.
sharing and keep
I'm
sharing.
gonna be waiting. I'm gonna be
I love
waiting.
you, my sister, DJ Lady Love, one of the best female DJs, the best
Thank
DJ coming out of the tri-state from the Bronx,
from the
from
Bronx, baby.
Queens.
That's
Well,
right.
Bronx
Brooklyn.
first, Queens. You know, how you say skills got in Queens. You down in David DMX, got some skills
That's right.
down there. Shout
That's
out to Cass. Shout out to everybody who helped out DJ Lady Love.
Woody Wood,
Woody
DJ Woody Wood.
Wood.
Yeah, may he rest in peace.
All the people who
And
helped out DJ.
shout out to I said DJ Charlie Rizak. Okay, I got
Yeah,
him. I'm
you
good.
got him. Uh-huh.
I'm good.
And anybody else, charge it to the what?
Anybody else? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you
If
on the
you
next
ever
one.
That's right. If you ever listen to a DJ Lady Love mix, thank you.
Peace,
Thank you.
y'all.
Peace
Peace
out.
and love. I'm going out with this song and we out.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. All right.
Just check out the pig. I got 17 years of a career. I came over here to be sincere.
Wait, hold on. I got a message to say. I forgot to say. Tomorrow at 6 p.m., we got DJ Too Short from Canada. Don't forget tomorrow at 6 p.m., DJ Too Short from Canada. All right, y'all.
Now the beat that you hear ain't just to your ear. Pump your ass and shift your gear. Give it a cheer, the special K will appear. The beat that you hear will be.
I got to give a shout out. We got Real Talk on here. SM Music 1147. He's listening to me. I love you. I met him yesterday. Real Talk, baby. See, you got a fan right here. Yo, he came through yesterday. One love to you.
One
That's the
love,
trill
baby.
there. That's the trill will people.
Peace
One love
out.
to
I
you.
am signing off.
SC and Music. Peace and love. 5, 4, 3,
That's to your ear. On down to the end of the year. Coming at you from New York City.
1,
Special K.
1, 2, 3, 4. Woo!
Peace out.
Let's do it. Let's do it. To the beat, don't and don't stop. Keep on, shocking on and on. Booty P, wherever you are, will you please come to the turntable?